Hi, I'm Meegan Reese, and I'm a collaborative law attorney in Portsmouth, New Hampshire.
I'm Kate Morneau. I'm also a collaborative divorce attorney in Nashua.
And we just want to talk to you for a few minutes about the role of the financial planner and why, as attorneys, we love having them involved in collaborative cases. For me, they use software during this process that is like magic. So they will work with each of the parties to come up with a budget, and both parties get to see each other's budgets, agree on the budget, but hopefully having a realistic assessment of what things are going to cost moving on. And then in the meetings with this software, the financial neutral is actually able to not only kind of show where each party is at, but we can make changes to see what impact they have, like an increase in income, like changing tax deductions from one person to another. Really kind of exploring how different things would impact those budgets, retirement. I could go on, but it's like we have a real-time expert there to kind of show us what making different decisions, what kind of impact that has.
I completely agree. I love that software. And the financial neutrals are so well versed in it. They're so quick and can make those changes. I think another piece that's really helpful with the financial neutral is that there's often one spouse who hasn't been in control of the finances and the money. So they aren't as up to date with what they even have, where the investments are. So having the neutral financial person involved lets them get educated as to what they have, what that asset even means, or what it would look like after the divorce. And so that educational piece is huge.
I so agree, Kate. And it's really empowering, I think, for the person who maybe just hasn't been as involved to really feel like they can make educated decisions, right? And they can understand the tax implications and the choices they have. And with that, something I have noticed is that oftentimes in a collaborative case, we'll start our financial discussion with what I call the knife approach, kind of what a judge does when they just go down the middle and kind of divide everything in half. And I don't think that has ever been where we end up, because it just is not the most beneficial financial way to go about splitting things. I work with one financial neutral who always talks about the fact that we start with a bucket of sand and we're trying to pour it into two smaller buckets. And the goal is to lose as much sand as we can as we kind of do that division. So, deciding what accounts to split up, what investments to split up, how to do that from a tax implication or a long-term implication could just make such a difference.
I love that analogy of how we're trying to keep the sand from falling out as much as possible, right? So that's having the financial person, they know the tax implications, like you said. As attorneys, we're going to know general, but we're not going to be able to get into those details. So that is a huge resource. I think too, they're able to really forecast into the future. The software can run these projections into retirement. So we could tell what's really fair for everyone. When retirement comes, for some people, that's right around the corner. For others, it's way out. So having that long-term projection is really, it makes you feel like you've done a good job. You've turned over every stone, and that you really have as much as you can predict the future. You can have some sort of idea of what it will look like and make sure that that's fair for both of you.
I know clients will always tell me that they feel so much more comfortable with their decisions because, like you said, they've been able to see what does that mean 5-10 years down the road. Yeah, and I know you and I could probably do a half-hour presentation on all the things we love about these financial neutrals. But there is a ton of information out there. So Kate and I both have information on our websites. The Collaborative Law Alliance of New Hampshire has information. There's also a list of those financial neutrals. So feel free to check those out or reach out to any of the collaborative professionals for more information.